Welcome, West Michigan. My name is Pamela Keim, and this is Breathe In the Grand Show, produced by Keim Concept. Thank you for being here today. I have a very special neighbor for you to meet. She's been on my show once before, but so much has happened that I had to have her back. She's got a great event coming up. She's got great opportunity for women to join what we know as Women's Life, which I have been part of for about 5 years. So I'm so happy to be here. We're both working on a kind of a fundraising kind of thing going on this fall, and that's why we're both going to be on the show talking about each one of our events coming up. But I want to welcome, once again, my friend, Charlotte Touchette from Women's Life. Hello, my dear. Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me, Pam. Thank you for having me.
Now, let's just get right into it when it comes to Women's Life, and that's what you're here for. I want you to tell all of our viewers, what is Women's Life, and why should women be involved with it? So I'm going to give it to you, my dear.
Oh, well, I had the privilege of being a Women's Life Chapter Development Specialist for 8 years now. And when we first started, no one knew about Women's Life. It was a best kept secret. But we are a fraternal not-for-profit that actually reaches out to women to make a difference in the community and also educate them on their financial future. So isn't that cool?
Yeah, that is cool. You know what, you know what, you know me, I can't say enough about Women's Life and what it's done to me, but I want you to share why should even, like I would say the younger girls just coming out of college and starting their career, I mean, I think this would be a great opportunity, Women's Life Voice. So I want you to share some of the things that Women's Life has got going on.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? We just started a millennial chapter, and you are right. This is great for all women of all ages. The millennials are doing a wonderful job because guess what? When we get together, they network, they educate each other on what they do, they really make a difference in the community. And it's just everything that you could possibly want to belong to a women's group.
Well, that's exactly what my experience was. I will tell you, I've been part of Women's Life for about what? It's been over 5 years now. We met, and I met you at a chamber event, and I had no idea of what the what it would do for my life, right?
Yeah.
So I've been being on par with it, and I didn't know a lot about networking and what relationships can do to just make you just feel more, part of the community and part of each other's lives, right? Enriching your life, right?
Right.
And so when I started getting involved with Women's Life and being a part of what they did, all of a sudden I felt like more empowered.
Yes.
Because some of us women may have some relationships may be a little unbalanced. And if you find yourself in that situation, you might want to join Women's Life and start building. Now, Charlotte, you would meet with Charlotte. I'll tell them how the process works because we met like at a Panera Bread, right? Yeah. So kind of show if I were interested in Women's Life, how does this kind of work?
Well, let me first say that we are attracting women that are passionate about what they do and passionate about helping others. So that is our recipe. I'm going to say that's our recipe.
Right, okay.
We have created this unstoppable synergy, and it is just undeniable because women love helping each other. They love making new friends. They love giving back to the community. It's just a beautiful thing that's happening. So they would get together with me. We would talk about what they do. I would present Women's Life to them, tell them, what it offers, and also that we can match funds up to $500. But it's only $20 to become a member. Isn't that cool?
That is a good deal, right? Yeah, that is a great deal for what you receive from Women's Life. I think that's absolutely a great deal. And now, okay. Now, when you say matching, now let's get moving to what we're talking about. What is women when we are all together and we meet monthly meetings, right?
Yes.
And those meetings for our chapter is at Marge's Donuts,
right? Which
is great to have one location. And Marge has been great. She's part of our program. Our group. And there's many groups in this one. So when we go to these things, what are we working on? Can you tell us? It's not just, we do a lot of networking, but there's so much more to Women's Life, and I want you to share of that.
Well, our typical meeting would be everyone gets to introduce themselves. They get to find out a little bit about what they do. Then we also talk about projects that we want to work on. And so we are working on one right now this fall that
Yep.
is the purse auction.
That's our annual one. We do very well. Yeah.
It's our 6th annual purse auction for Kids Food Basket this year, and we're very excited because last year we raised over 17,000. It's
Here's
just
a little
really a
flyer.
cool event, and yes, we will have everything donated for that event. We have hundreds of purses that come in. We're going to have a video on so that you can see all the purses. This happens to be a Coach purse that one of our girls donated. So they are new and like new purses, and you can get one as cheap as $5, and then of course we will have the high bidders for our
Oh,
live
yeah.
auction, which will be, you know, who knows how much that's going to be. I do know that we have a purse that's worth $1,000 there.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And I forgot the brand name, so I can't even tell you.
No, that is so much fun, and there's going to be like over 200 and something women of all, social. Like
Yeah.
I said, they're social. They're maybe if they're a home business, or they're even a home mom,
Yes.
and they want to start networking, or they're running corporations.
Yes.
They come to that, and it's such a great event we do every year, and then get together and talk about purses. You can bring your girlfriends, even
Yes.
if they're not part of it. Now, how does
Yes.
that work? If you've never
Yeah.
experienced,
If you
women's
never
life-
experienced, you want to call me, Charlotte Touchette. You can get on, I think we're going to have it, it is on the Eventbrite. It's called Purse Auction 2018, eventbrite.com, or you can call me. The tickets are only $15. We keep them really low because we want you to buy a purse.
Yeah, really, you got to use some money for that. Absolutely. But yeah, when you get there, you bring your girlfriends, and if you're already a part of a women's life group, invite friends that aren't, and say, you know what, come to the purse auction. It's usually on Thursday night.
It's Thursday, September 13th
Sep-
at Celebration North. That's right on Beltline.
Yep, it's done at upper level, and you get there and you just meet so many other women. If you don't have anybody, just kind of hook up with
Yeah.
Charlotte. I'll be there. There'll be other people there that we can
And
introduce
I'm
you to.
really excited because we have a premier partner sponsorship here that you can come to our VIP reception, which is going to be really cool, and that's from 5:30 to 6. Check out all the purses beforehand so that you can make sure that you bid on the right one.
That would be fun.
And it's only $150, and you would belong to our 100% club for the kids, and you get so many things. You get 2 tickets to the event, of course, to network with all of those women. We're going to have 200 goodie bags that you can put your things in, standing recognition, interview on the Radio for Diva, and yes, and then name in all the media that we're going to have,
Right, right.
and belong to the 100% club, which is 100% is going to go to the kids.
Oh my goodness, that'd be like a blast, I think. I can't wait, though. I can't wait. I love those kind of things. Well, I think sometimes, besides VIP, but you get into a smaller group of women that, some of them that I've known for years or whatever, and you get the opportunity to be at this event and being able to get to network and really get to talk to each other. With 200 people, there's so much energy. And you want to, when you want to talk to everyone, right? You can't. So, or get pictures. You know how that is, right? Getting social pictures and being able just to be able to get your business card and maybe
Yes,
do
and
some
Grand
business.
Tech Media is going to be there, and I'm so excited about that because they're one of our premier sponsors, so that's cool.
I know, we're excited. Well, I love women's life, and I always cannot tell other women about if they are having struggles networking or that's not something they're comfortable with, how women's life can help them develop. And come here and sit down with Charlotte and say, look, I need to improve my public speaking. I need to connect more. I need to be able to share my mission or the services with people. And women's life is kind of a platform
Yes.
where you're able to
We
practice.
really do become champions for each other.
Right. And or you can hook her up. You can hook them up with people that might do well to receive your services. Correct? Yeah, and that's what she's kind of did with me when we met. I sat down. These were the things I was looking for, and then all of a sudden, you got me hooked in right away with people. And then I was able to, in my public speaking. Look where I am today.
Yeah.
You're able to share even at the meetings, the monthly meetings. Just for what? 30 seconds, you get to talk about yourself, what you do, and how you are connected to women's life. And you can continue to practice that every week and you become stronger, don't you think?
Yes.
You've seen so many women get out of their shell and start to develop.
Yeah. And what this opportunity does is it takes them to the next level, to the next step that they've been wanting to get to. And we kind of unstuck them to where they're at so that they can go to achieve the goals that they want.
Well, and there's so many people in women's life that have missions. They're part of nonprofits. And that's basically what we do. We kind of get behind a nonprofit. It used to be monthly or every other month. You might have to correct me on that one. And then we start doing an event together that will bring us together, correct? To do the networking and try to raise money. And what happens if how much do we have to raise at every one of these events?
At least $500 to get it matched, because our chapter is privileged because we have a lot of benefit members. So we've had a lot of women that have been sold on what Women's Life has to offer as far as life insurance or their financial future for their retirement. So that's really a cool piece to this, because we at Women's Life do not, our profits go back out into the chapters to help the community.
Right, and now let's talk about the financial. There's some women that may not have their financial situation in order, or maybe they don't know where to go. And we're lucky that we have Kim, who probably does about 3 events a year on talking about the financial aspects of what Women's Life can do.
Yeah, well, she's a part of also the networking events that we do 4 times a year. So yes, she is educating the women on everything that Women's Life has to offer.
Exactly. So she can sit you down and look at your finances and where to put your money and how to prepare for your future and put that. And she's always big on let's save a little bit now and let's plan for an emergency. So kind of like the Dave Ramsey kind of system, and she helps you get through that. Don't you agree?
Yes, it's a great program. Great program.
Okay, so let's talk about besides there's self-development in women's life. We got networking, and the purse event is the big thing. So let's talk about sponsorships. Well, how can people sponsor something like this, or how can they just become, like we mentioned, becoming involved with it. But there is opportunity to become sponsors, get your name out there among women, especially if you have an organization.
Yes, if you are a Women's Life member, or even if you aren't a Women's Life member, you can become a premier sponsor, and that's $150. I know we talked a little bit about it, but it will get you out there. It'll get your business out there. You'll be at the VIP reception. I mean, you just want to help us 100% for the kids.
Right, and once you become a sponsor and your name is out there, we always just go to Charlotte. Now who is this and what do they do and why? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they in Charlotte you'll be able to. I'm not sure at this event, but on future events you'll be able to stand there for you get what 2 minutes, 3 minutes to be able to share what you do and what your services does.
Yeah.
And then people start to. We start helping each other. How can we help this company grow? How can we get people to use your services?
Yes. And usually, this is what happens. If you're looking for something, my Women's Life members always go on Facebook first and say, who do you know that does this? I want to reach out to our Women's Life members. Who do you know?
Exactly.
So that's how it works.
Sorry, but I do that with Charlotte all the time. Before I move forward on something, I'm always giving you a call. I'm like, do we have anybody in Women's Life that does this?
Yeah.
Do we have anybody? And that's other people do the same thing, because you're kind of like the middle person, and everybody kind of trusts that you are, you know these people well. And so that right there, those trust marketing is growing like crazy. It's like who you know and who's going to recommend you, right? And you've been doing that. So if I was a young woman today, let's just say I just got done with my college degree and I just wanted to get, like I have my, Addie's not here today, but that's what she wants to do is start building her networking. And I told her right away, I said, you need to join Women's Life.
Yeah.
Now you would sit down with these young women and come up with a plan of how they can start building their circle of influence in our community and how they can give back and start connecting with their leaders that we have and that can help them do some self-development, right?
Right. We have, like we talked a few minutes ago, we have this millennial chapter that just started. And what we did was we sprouted them. Then they had to come up with 10 people that wanted to join the chapter. They all paid $20. They voted for their leadership team. And then we took that, sent it into home office. Home office sent it back with a check for $500 for them to put into their bank account. That is their little seed money from the beginning. So what other organization will do that for a group of women?
Right, right. And then what you get beyond that, the relationships you get with
Yes.
Women's Life and people that's supporting you. And if you're going through different seasons of your life, maybe you are at home more with your children, right? Women's Life is perfect for that. You could go to three events a year and you've connected. Or maybe you're only available at the lunch hour when we have our meetings. And you come to that. That's how many women you meet just through our monthly meetings at Marge's Donuts, correct?
Yes.
And then and then the Christmas party event we have. We call it Christmas party,
Yeah.
or is it season? What do we call it?
It's Seasons of Growth, and it's kind of going to be called Winter Wonderland. And it's December 10th, so you want to put it on your calendar because it's going to be a big, beautiful
Is it
night.
still at Rockwell?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
Where's
we're
it?
doing it at Stonewater Country Club.
Okay, Stonewater Country Club. And that's a great, during the holiday season, and we bring, I'm going to just correct, last 3 years we bought in socks for the
Yes.
image, right? And we were able to bring that, you bring a couple pairs of socks, and we make a fun event out of that. One goes to the image, and then the other one we get to
Yeah.
trade off. I don't know how that all works, right? You guys have
We
all the
always
details.
have fun at our parties.
That's exactly it. And that's an opportunity for you to do a huge networking night and right before the holidays and be with your friends and just be, it's festive, it's fun, right? And do something well for the community. And that's on, you said December 10th?
Yes.
Okay, so I can't tell you enough about Women's Life, and Charlotte's been on their show a couple times already to share. You've been a great supporter. So you see where I am today with all her support and her friendship and helping me, and of course being involved with Radios for Divas, and then becoming a speaker at some of your events. So if you're looking for opportunities to become a speaker and develop that part in your career, Women's Life is a great opportunity.
Yes,
So
it is.
I can't tell people enough about that. All right, so the other reason that we're here is that Women's Life has helped me, like I said, self-development, and now I'm doing an initiative with another nonprofit called Grand City Sports. We're helping, we have they're having their annual breast cancer walk coming up on October 13th, but they're doing the proceeds now for one of the moms that is a volunteer there, Charlotte. I told you the story. She came down with, her name is Kara, so the walk is called the Care for Kara. Well, she went to the doctor just a few months ago, and she found out she had stage 4 breast cancer. Now, here's a mom that's been involved in this organization. Grand City Sports is, they help athletes, and some of them are at risk, with coaching and spiritual, to stay on the right path to thrive, to stay, to thrive, go on to college with their athletic ability, or just do well, going into a trade or something like that. So they help them succeed. So I got in this organization. His name is Preston Sane, and his brother, he works for the Grand Rapids Community College, helping athletes also there. And the both of them, their brothers, they started this organization. But Kara is a mother that has volunteered, and her son and her husband volunteer there. And their son is part of that when she come down with breast cancer. And right now she's not able to work, and she's going through treatment. So could you just imagine you woke up one day and you've been part of the family financially, and you go in and you have to go into, you're sick. And it's a sickness that isn't going to get over right away. So she's going through treatment, and she's become weak. And so I see Preston periodically, and he's like, yeah, and so her son is part of that. So she's not able to help with the monthly expenses. And could you imagine if that's what you were doing for all these years, and all of a sudden you wake up and you can't do that anymore, and how afraid she must feel. So Grand City Sports is raising money for Kara. It's called Care for Kara. So if you're out there and you can be a sponsor, or maybe you want to just do a little bit towards, I don't care if it's as little as $10 to $5. Women's Life knows what it is to get that $500 and what that can do if we can even match that to an organization, and help Kara's family, her and her husband, get through their monthly expenses while she goes through this treatment. Because I know once Kara gets better, she's going to get back up and running and be the mom and everything that she does. So I am asking anybody out there, if they have any circle of influence, and Women's Life understands that, can go into the organization, be a sponsor, give a donation, or get some friends together. Maybe you're young enough where, let's get 5 of your friends and be part of that walk on October 13th. And we can show Kara, she's our neighbor, she's in great need, she's always given back to the community, helping others, and now she's sick. And we don't know what that would be like if we woke up and we were in that situation. We all think that we could do well and that everybody's going to rally around us, but when you wake up and you're weak and you have to ask for help, some of us it's very difficult. So I would love everyone, if they're able to help come out and support Kara, come out for this walk with a sponsorship, a donation, or just even your prayers to help her get through this. So if you need any information, I made a video, Grand Tap Media made a video, and we'll be able to show you the life of Kara and the annual breast cancer walk that Grand City Sports does, and get to know Chris and Preston Sane, who started that organization. So I thank you so much. So you can go to my Facebook page, Grand Tap Media's page, or Amy WCUT if you wanted to reach out to them, and they can give you my contact information. So anything you can do to help her get through that and show that, you know, Kara, we care. Basically, Kara, this is for you. We do care about you. So thank you so much. And I'm going to move it back over to Charlotte and talk about anything else that's going on in women's life, my dear.
Well, I just want to make sure that everybody comes out to the purse auction, and I wanted to make sure that they knew how to get the tickets. And the purse auction is Purse Auction 2018, eventbrite.com is how you get the tickets. Or you can also call me, Charlotte Touchette, and I am also on Facebook, so that would be a great way to reach me. But we would love for you to come there. This is going to be the event of the year, and so we really want you to be a part of it.
Right, now tell us, now Charlotte, I want you to share about this purse. This is a purse from last year. All of the women in this purse fought for this thing. So I want you to share what happened. It was being auctioned off. There's an auctioneer that gets up there. And Charlotte.
We do have a live auction. And yes, this purse was donated, and actually was donated by Katie Smith, which is, she's with the West Michigan Women's Magazine. And anyways, she donated it, and guess who wanted it? I did.
I know. I know. Everybody in my little circle of friends were all bidding on that too, and they were all there like, I cannot believe it. But
it's a coach. It's been worn because I wear it almost every day. But I don't think I'm gonna put it in the auction this year yet.
Everybody wants you to. You know, even if it's used, it's held up very well.
Yeah, it has.
So everywhere Charlotte goes, everybody still admires that purse. And that's how the purse auction kind of goes. You when you come into the in the room, which is beautifully decorated by Women's Life volunteers, which if you're looking for volunteer opportunities, Charlotte will be able to give you one, right? And you got tables that you can look at and you could buy off just for $10 from purses, right?
Yeah, you first walk in and it's the silent auction tables. And so you go around there and you can bid on those. And then towards the front, we have the live auction, which I think we start the live auction about 6:45, something like that. And then, of course, we have tables where you can buy the tickets, the purses right off of them, and jewelry. And we'll also have some jewelry raffles on some outstanding jewelry, which I'm going to be seeing that today.
I know, there is some cool stuff.
And then one other thing, we're going to also give a wine package away, and one chapter will be doing that. And we'll also have a wine grab. So if there's any wine people out there and you've got some wine, we need some bottles of wine too donated.
Yeah, and they're put in these great bags, and they're decorated, and they're on this beautiful table. I mean, Women's Life volunteers, just do a great job just doing the whole atmosphere when you walk in. And then there's a stage, right? Mm-hmm. And where the auctioneer and even the welcoming committee when you walk in, there's a whole process that Women's Life have done. And how you get 3 or 4 of the women. If that's something that you're able to do, if you're very good at welcoming people and signing people in, that's a simple volunteer opportunity. And that can be a way for you
Jerry
to get
always helps us with that.
Yeah,
she
does
does such a great job. Yes.
And I'll be there taking pictures and doing some video. I'm so excited about that to promote what we do in Women's Life so other people can start getting involved in it. And just, I'll put you in a group and I'll take some pictures and you'll love it, right? On that one. But then you have Monica Sparks is going to be our MC. Yep, she's the owner of Radio for Divas, and you might have seen her in our community and doing networking events, and she's a lot of fun. And then you're able to do then there's hot food. There's
Yep.
like nice
Yes.
hors d'oeuvres. I don't know who's doing the hors d'oeuvres this year.
We are getting them from a bunch of people, so I'm not going to even tell you.
And Marge always seems to donate too, right?
Yeah.
She has a tendency to donate her donuts and cookies, and then there's going to be of course there'll be drinks.
Yes.
There'll be like
Cash bar.
and a cash bar. So that's the wonderful things that you're able. And then there's like it's 2 or 3 hours, and you get to network.
Yes.
And you get to meet people, and you get to watch these women fight over some of these purses, which is kind of they're like, oh, and you walk away with a winter purse. Everybody needs a new purse in the
Everyone,
winter, right?
yeah.
And that's one thing about women's life. There's not a lack of opportunity. If you are out there, I will have to promote, and you're sitting home and you're like, I want to get more involved, or maybe your kids are getting older and they're going on their way. You know what? I could do this.
Yeah.
Once a month. Wait, Charlotte, get together with a bunch of women at once a month. Women's Life was a great opportunity. There's no pressure that you have to come to all these events, that you have to be a volunteer to everything. Charlotte, just tell Charlotte what you want, what you need, and she'll plug you in, right?
Yes.
And then they're there to support you when you have your opportunities, when you have a lot of women, like I know a lot of women go to other people's events,
Yes.
right? And that's another way of building circle influence of having
They're
other people come
supporting
in.
each other. Yes, they support each other.
And so if you have any questions on anything when it comes to women's life, you could you could ask me, but I'll probably direct you to Charlotte, right?
Yeah,
Because
that'd be great.
And I know you have to be wrapping this up because you're going to be another woman you're opening up another chapter tonight, right?
Yes, yes.
I know, and that's a dear friend of ours, Deb. We'll hear more about her in the future.
Yeah, we
But
will.
she's been new in our organization, and she went under a quick initiative where she's helping kids, right? And we'll share more about what she does. But if there's anything else you can share with us, dear, the table is yours if you want to go. You know
Are
what I
you
mean?
kidding?
You know what? I mean, so they can go on. Why don't you repeat where they're going to go on to get their tickets?
Okay.
Right?
Yes, they're going to go to purse auction 2018.eventbrite.com, and that's where they'll go to get their tickets. Or you can call me and you can save the extra charge that they charge you on Eventbrite.
If you want to know, tell them if they want to know anybody, they can contact you. Go on
Yes.
your Facebook page
Yes,
or whatever.
you can go on Facebook and contact me, Charlotte Touchette, and Pam will be on there too, to let us know that you need tickets. Let us know how many tickets you need. We will have a sellout this year,
I know.
so we're really trying to encourage the tickets to be bought before you come, because there won't be many at the door.
Yep, and if you're going to bring anybody with you, or you need to come, if you just feel the courage to even come alone, say I want to check this out, or let us know, and we will meet you at the door. We have greeters.
Yes.
We'll meet you at the door, and we'll make you feel welcome, and we'll connect you up with people so you don't have to go through the event alone. That's
I'm
one
so
thing about
excited! I can't wait to get my purse.
I know, exactly. I need to get a new purse too. Mine. I need more with more pockets in
Yeah,
there. I got too
yeah.
much stuff going on. But we thank you so much for being here today. I'm so
Thank you for
thankful, my Charlotte, that you would
having me. Thank you
So
for having
come
me.
out,
This has been
women,
fun.
and experience women's life, and meet Charlotte, meet me, and we look forward to having Charlotte on the show again soon. Thank you so much, and have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Thank you.